tell you that one of the neat things about playing with the Suzuki School, and we've done this for some other concerts, is it reminds some of us grown-ups about when we were young also. And when I went upstairs to get ready today after our rehearsal, there were two cellists from our grown-up orchestra sitting in a practice room playing this piece by memory because they remembered it so well from learning it when they were kids. It was wonderful, and so I bet that someday some of these kids are going to be upstairs saying, "Do you remember when we played that at a concert before?" So it's so great having you here. Now, have you ever danced and danced and danced and danced and danced and danced like you were never going to stop? I'll bet some of your parents think you have. And sometimes we call that perpetual motion. Can you say that? Perpetual motion. Perpetual motion. Let's try that again. That's how I'm talking. It is a piece. Yes, I played that. That's right. We have some real Suzuki kids here. Well, for those of you who don't know perpetual motion, it sort of means that the sound never stops. It means that it stops, and we're going to hear the cellos playing, and they're going to stop, and they're going to play, play, and play, and play, and play, and the notes are going to go and go and go and go, and it's never going to stop, and it's never going to stop, and that's what perpetual motion is. So, let's see if this sounds like a perpetual motion. What do you think? Was that perpetual motion? Yeah. Not the violin perpetual motion, I know. Now, the cellos are going to move now, and we are going to be joined by more musicians from the Suzuki School. Now, in case any of you don't know what the Suzuki School is, the Suzuki is a method. Suzuki School is a method that has been around for many, many years, and in fact, some of us in the orchestra grew up with it. Could the adults in the orchestra who grew up playing the Suzuki method, could you stand up, please? It's me too. You can ask any of us how far we got in the books. But it's something that ties us together with the kids in the Suzuki School. Now, we are going to be joined, and we're all going to be playing this next piece together. And we're going to be playing The Lord of the Rings. how many of you have seen the movies of the Lord of the Rings? Ooh, and I hope someday you read it too. Did any of you see The Two Towers, that particular movie? Oh great, there's a row back there of geeks. All saw it. Now it's okay that if you haven't seen it, because we're going to be telling music that's a story, and all you need is your imagination. And the story is about elves and magic and danger and a ring. Okay? So you can make up your very own story while we're playing this music. And I'd love it if you told it to me, if you see me afterward. Tell your parents, tell any grown-up that you came with. Really think of a story. I'm serious about this. We're going to hear about a special magical land called Rohan. We're going to hear about the tree people. They're called Ents. And we're going to hear about a strange creature called Gollum. Now, here come our musicians, friends. During this piece, we're also going to hear a very special instrument, and it's called the tam-tam. Can you say that? Tam-tam. Let's try that again. Tam-tam. It sounds like it's probably a really little instrument, don't you think? It's something called a tam-tam. Maybe you could fit it in your pocket. Well, let's see. It's a good instrument to recognize because people usually notice it when it gets played. But I don't know if you're ready to hear it. Are you ready? Are you? It can be a little scary. Are you really ready to hear the tam-tam? Oh, okay, Mr. Nixon. Do you want to hear it again? Think about that when you're making up your piece. Maybe you can tell your parents later on when the tam-tam comes up in your very special story. Are you ready to hear the Lord of the Rings? Okay.